Nope. She still looks a little ostrichy. Where do I adjust face template? No. Face structure. There we go. Sorry. We got distracted by this because I accidentally made an ostrich. Okay. Okay. If I accidentally fuck it up way worse, you guys gotta tell me. That's not what I want, though. No. Chin? Jaw. Slim or normal will make my head better. Okay, okay. I want to zoom in on, please. Did I fix it? You missed it. Yes, I am. Tess on holiday. It took you 5 tries on your fuck build because of it just like we accidentally made her an ostrich, and so now whenever I took off her like little mask, I was like, oh. thing is...
Hey, Fruit Cup. I'm presently playing a very low-level tune, just for amusement's sake. The problem is I kind of want to keep it a low-level tune, you know? So... gives me a chance to practice stuff like the guard counter. I'm good, Sykes. How are you? Yeah, I just was watching another streamer who's basically never played before. Oh, normally, yeah. Yes and no. It's better. Let me try and answer that. I'm about to dump. Yeah, I was watching someone else streaming. I'm about to close that down. I was trying to offer some help They don't seem interested, which is fine. I don't care. Like to help, but anyway. All right. So, Millennia Blade of Mikella. Maybe. Let me offer a bit of a more explanation. Here is the difference. If I let me reset. Okay, so I'm low level. I'm higher level than these guys, but I use them just to as sort of to explain stuff. So if I'm using the buckler, right? So right now I've taken no damage. I'm full health. I've got whatever. What do I have? Jump and final chain. So nothing that I have right now is actually going to make any bit of difference in what I do. So if I use the buckler to try and catch the parry in there, right? And I miss the parry. Right now the buckler's actually catching it, right? But if I miss the parry, right? So I got it, but I've taken damage because the buckler doesn't take all of it anyway, right? If I successfully parry, then I won't have taken that damage. But it is a very difficult thing to get that parry at just the right moment, right? So, like, I'm trying. I just suck at it. And I always have. The big, long, projected attack, which... that one is pretty easy to parry. And I'm using the buckler, right? That's the easiest thing to parry. So, you know, I can do that. But in order to get one or two of those parries, again, because I stink, is that if you're perfect at parry, then parry all day long, right? But if instead I use the guard counter, let me go back to full health. So if instead I'm using the guard counter, and I'm just holding it up, so first I gotta get this guy to wake up, right? I know I'm gonna get hit, but I always get the guard counter attack. You get guard counter on most hits. So you're accepting the damage, but you're using a response. Now, you may or may not get a crit out of it, right? So this guy with a buckler. So that was two guys I fought, substantially less damage. If I had perfect parry, it's definitely superior. But let's say that I'm using a bigger shield. So this is a shield that's not... this is a shield that does not parry. I have parry turned off, so I don't have the ability to do it. Don't have the ability to do it. And the shield will let less damage through to me. The buckler's pretty much the worst at that. So this time, oh, and I'm using... That's funny. So I was also using the misery cord. I'll use misery cord just like before. So now I'm going to use... That's funny. So the shield's absorbing all the damage. So I'm not at risk for taking any damage until poise is broken, of course. Or guard is broken. And I can monitor that with my stamina. But if I'm using a weapon that's better at stagger and breaking poise, so I'll go and play with this guy. Right, now I'm using the broadsword, not the misery cord. I can do this, right? Now it's broken. Ah. It did. I wanted it to switch weapons. It didn't work. So here, I'm going to let this guy... I'm going to try and stagger him. And now I switch to misery cord and it does almost 1,000 damage. Oh, hold on. You don't have to do that with a shield. You don't need a shield for it. Shields just are better at the deflection action. So, but you don't have to use a shield. Just to be clear. So here, I'm just going to use... Okay, so do you know how to do a guard? SSB. On a mouse, I'm using PC, so I can only tell you how to do it on a mouse, not on a controller. So right now I'm in guard, right? And then if I use on the PC, it would be shift left button which I think is sort of like a power light attack instead of shift right button, which is the skill. So this is a power attack, right? So that's the power attack, whatever key that is on the controller, if that's what you use. Again, on a mouse, it's shift left button. So here, I'm in guard using the... this is just my sword, right? Shield's on the back. Right? I still can guard counter. Yeah, I guess that's a strong attack. I guess it's, what, a light attack, heavy attack, or strong attack, and then skill. So it's the strong attack. But you use the strong attack, yeah, you do a block and then you do a heavy attack. So the shield just makes you, absorbs a lot more of the damage, right? So here, I've got a guard up. Right here, I'm gonna go full health. So this is a guard, and again, these are low-level mobs, right? So here's the guard, right? Every time he hits, he's doing damage. But with a shield, the guard prevents the damage. Instead, I'm taking hits on the stamina. I think so. So I believe every weapon has guard ability. Well, I mean, maybe except a bow? I mean, weapons like swords and all that. I mean... do I have anything interesting here? I have a whip. It's a whip. I would guess... here, let me do this. Yeah, even a whip's got a guard. Doesn't mean it's good. Yeah. That's yeah. Here's the thing. I didn't know that until a while. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, so this is a level 38 character. Let me show you how much of a difference it can make. So this is... I have the whip. See how much damage I took? But I can still do a guard counter. This whip's not powered at all. I don't think you can. I think if you right-click on a bow, it goes to the sighted in. I don't think you can block with a bow. Yeah. I did not know. And, by the way, so let me do this. I'm going to switch to the tune that I've been streaming. So this, yeah, so I'm going to switch back to my streaming tune. That's one I was just playing around with. It's not like a secret. I do that. What I was just doing, I do that all the time to show people how to do basically guard counters. It's one of the things like nobody knows how to do. And I did not until like a week or two ago. And I've got 3 tunes over level 300. So this is my level 367 tune. And when you get to a much higher level, so... oh, I just redid my build. Rats. I just totally redid my build to be pure caster. Let me switch to a tune that's still a tank. Sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, I just switched to like a heavy caster build. I think so. I think it's worth doing until you get absolutely sick of... this character hasn't even done the DLC, by the way. I think it's worth doing the new games until you just get sick of it. I have a feeling... oh, it's a balanced build, that's fine. Oh, I can't even use a fingerprint shield here. I'll use a big one. Go Sacred Halg Tree. Let's see. I'm just trying to think if there's something interesting to go step on. Actually, the best place I know to do what I was just doing, but with higher level tunes, is up on the ledge. Alright, so I'm using now a much bigger... So I'm using a shield, and I've got, obviously, Blasphemous Blade. They're both leveled, right? Just trying to wake that guy up. Right. Oh, I'm heavy. So there's guard counter. Big shield, two-handed weapon, no damage. It really is kind of a sick... you can still do those attacks. Now, the shield has to not have any ability on its own if you want to be able to use your weapon's special or skill. Right? So this is skill. So the... Let me check one thing. Wait, hold on. See... Yeah. So... Let me... Hold on, I need to think for a sec. Okay. Let me go back. I'm actually... No. I bet. Here. I'll show you a mob that you probably hate. Wait, what have I not done? Oh, hold on. Ha, I know what I haven't done. I haven't beaten the end. No, I have... Wait, hold on. Wait, that's not right. Hold on. In order to... In order to do the DLC, I have to have beaten Radon. Yep, I've beaten Radon. I have to have beaten him. But why is the DLC not available? You have to have beaten Moog and Radon, and that you should be able to enter the DLC. What did I miss? Help me out here. I know how to get to it. But, oh, I must have been there before. That's why. Sorry, I was looking for Letta. No. It's available. I probably already entered and came out. And now that I think about it, I probably did. No. You have to have beaten... You have to beat... Radon for the body and Moog for the soul. I've already gone in, so Letta's already inside. That's why she's not outside anymore. Right, you can see I've already, done a couple things here. So, everybody's favorite mob in the DLC is right up there on that, right? So, I am going to Golden Vow because screw this guy. See, I don't even have Pest Thread Spears yet. Oh, I'm slow rolling. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, so watch. guard counter. Sup. And my build is very bizarre. And I have no DLC stuff. This is all the DLC that I've done, is I've gone to this point. That's it. It takes a shield that can take the hits, right? And it takes any weapon will do. You don't have to have the big old weapon. I am currently heavy load because of the weight of all this stuff that I have. And realistically, I'm actually... Yeah, here I can get to medium load at least. But this was a build that was designed around doing sort of a certain thing. But yeah, the guard counter, and this isn't even a shield I would normally use for it. Normally, I would use the fingerprint shield, but I don't even have the strength on this character to use it. But the fingerprint shield is the best one to use, and I tanked like what you just watched. I did that to Consort Radon. In the next game 5 playthrough that character's just sort of at the tail end. Yeah, Consort Radon. I was wearing the Verdigious armor set, and I was using the fingerprint shield. The weapon I was using was Malekith's Black Blade, and then I was using the Shield Talisman, or Guard, excuse me, I was using... Great Shield Crest. I was using... this character's not going to have any of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this character... because I haven't played through the DLC, there's a bunch I'm missing. I hate... so I could not stand the Anspur Rapier. It's not an Anspur Rapier thing. It's... Oh, nice, Sykes. Good job. I cannot stand the Rapier. The action on it just drives me up a wall. I played the Anspur Rapier for a long time, and I like, really trying to press that build, and I just could not bring myself to play it. It got so frustrating. Trying to do the Anspur Rapier. Just absolutely drove me up a wall. Am I still... Yeah, I'm still in the playthrough. So, I used the Great Shield Talisman. I did not use the Pearl Shield Talisman. I don't like the distance. It's just the physical part of the weapon was just too short. What I did use, I'll show you what I did use, and you can choose whether you like it or not. Oh, okay, to be fair, what I was doing was I was trying to use a rot build. And so everything that I had my character built around was to try and build up rot and then take advantage of that. The problem is that on really high hit point mobs, rot still takes a long time. So I'd get poison and rot on them, and I had gear to take advantage of that attack-wise. It just wasn't enough. What I liked more... when I did a sort of tank and poke build, tank and poke build, that's funny, is I used this. I'll show you. I use this. And the reason that I use that, let me go somewhere something's actually going to hit me. I mean, I'm not going to take a lot of damage, but stuff will actually be at least a little bit mean. I didn't even open Sellen's Chamber. Alright, so... There. So now I'm taking some damage. Ow, ow, ow. Healing, baby. Ah! Let's get this horse up here. Oh, this guy will work. That's how we heal. Oi! This is what I get for screwing around. What? Now, mind you, this is all, like, silly, right? Because, instead, I'm going to do this. Come on, guys, move in. The biggest bummer of this is you actually want the explosion. Not the, I actually want the lava to explode. It does more damage. I don't actually want to hit things with it. I want stuff to go look at it and be like, hey, what's that? Boom. Alright, here we go. This is max damage now. Without buffs, that is. Now, super high level, low level mobs, I'm not trying to, like, show off just how well I can kill those guys. It's the fact that the way to use the skill and all that. Look at that funny little outfit. It's so hilarious. When really, what you want is this. Anyway, so yeah, I would look into, this is a pike with blood tax on it, and I did a whole playthrough with nothing but this. The only time I finally got rid of it was on Consort Radon, is when I switched to a different weapon. Something's still mad at me somewhere. Where? The hell's still mad at me? Oh, that's irritating. Oh, yeah, so Ansel River. There's a secret to that. Don't fight the mobs. Just, like, get away from everything. Yeah, so this character is designed for a pure caster style playthrough. The worst part about that is the I don't, because I'm not the tank, my mimic isn't a tank. I don't know if that makes any sense. I anyway. I don't think there was anything else that I really cared to go through. The rune, even going after the mausoleums, just aren't worth it. The runes are not. Like, it's barely worth the time. I mean, it is, but like the tediousness of eating these. I need 1.5 million runes now in order to level. Oh, ha, the ball. Yeah. So the trick with the ball is to get it wedged in a doorway where you're on one side and it's on the other, and then you just kind of cast on it or whatever. Oh, you know what? I'm doing that. There's a better way. You get the same amount for selling them that you do for using them. So I'm sitting there doing that when really I could just sell them. If I remember correctly, that is.
Now.
I see.
Are any of these guys worth leveling up? What I need are tanks, and I don't seem to have any tanks. Alright. Sleeping arrow puppet. A bunch of those spirit summons I already have. It's possible, but only because I stink so badly I have to be powerful like that. Be nice if they had these in order. Like if you could sort them a different way. Rotten Stray is actually pretty damn good ash, by the way. Wait, I'm trying to grok that. The Abyss of the Helpless. I don't know. I generally don't know what that is. Oh, in the bottom? Are you PC or console?
I see.
I need Great Ghost Gloveworts. So the only thing that should make that fight uniquely difficult is it's a pretty small space to work in. Are you using a Spirit Ash summon? Because, well, I mean, none of them are bad. The only boss on which it is uniquely bad to use a Spirit Ash is Millennia, because she'll heal off of your Spirit Ash. Doorbell, 1 sec. I am back. Okay, where was I? So, as I was saying, the only bad spirit summon is if you're on, like, Millennia, and she can heal off of it. There's no other boss where spirit summon is actually, like, detrimental as long as you don't play, like, really dumb. Even the 3 wolves leveled up to level 10 are not bad. In fact, there are 1 or 2 bosses where the spirit summon that I used that was very effective were in fact the skeletons. And I'll actually show you why. Let me find... Is there a decently difficult place for me to go to at this point? Oh, there is. Alright, this will take a second. So I actually had a really hard time. This isn't a playthrough quite a bit ago, but I actually had a really hard time beating. I had a really hard time beating the dual Crucible Knight, but that was entirely because of the Dual Crucible Knight. I think I can summon in here. If I can't, I'll go somewhere else. The Dual Crucible Knight, just, I could not stay ahead of the game. And when I think it's funny, when I pulled up the skeleton pair, they'd kill one of them, and the other one would... So they would start focusing on one of the guys, or they would start focusing on the skeletons. Well, they'd kill one, and then they'd start turning on the other one and start beating on that one, but then the first one would res back up to full health and start hitting him again. And so basically they turned into... just fodder and a distraction. The value of the summons themselves, obviously if there's one boss in the whole fight, the value of the summon itself is primarily from the fact that they're a distraction to the boss when you need a breather. That's how you want to really look at them. Let me see. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think it'll let me summon them in here. Not in this part. I'll be able to summon them at the end. But I doubt that I'll be able to do it before then. Which also means that I probably want to switch to this. And in fact... In case you didn't know, you can actually kill these guys permanently. It just takes a while. But they're not undead. It just takes forever and it's super frustrating. First to kill all the guys on that floor. Depends on which spirit ash. Some spirit ashes are significantly more powerful than others. Dual Crucible Knights is no joke. I don't care how skilled you are at the game. They're just straight up no joke. Oi! I wasn't watching my health. Forsaken Depths. Hold on, let me get my stuff back. Give me a moment. He hasn't beaten Moog down there yet. That's where this whole thing kind of comes from. So, here's a question, actually. Aragat, do you have... this Moog Shackle? Okay, you ran by it, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, there's nothing on the screen at the moment. I'm on a different monitor. Yeah, you ran past it, or at least you were in the area of it. I think, actually, I can show you where that one is, because I have not gone down into that area either. I need to go... I need to run back out. So I can teleport. Hold on. Lindell, capital of Ash. Oh. That room is gone. Crap. Okay, so remember when you were first heading down, there was that room with the 2 big lobsters in it? In there is the shackle. So I am already, because I'm coming in from... I never actually went down there. Because I'm coming in from the... because I'm coming in from here... Oh, maybe I can. Hold on, maybe it is there. Hold on. No. I'm already above it. Yeah, if I try and go up, it's not going to let me. I can't go back up to where that spot is. Oh, no, it's below me. Hold on. Oi. Here we go. And mind you, it also means you have to fight those stupid lobsters, which itself is a huge pain in the ass. Ah, that's funny. Hold on. This is a new setup that I gotta get used to. Like, different buttons. like that? Alright, that's roiling magma. Boy. Shoot. So I'm in the right area. The problem is I don't have access to that room yet. Yes, I do. It's right over here. Never mind. Sorry, the magma build is so much fun. This is not the magma build. It is a caster build with lots of options, but the magma build still has a lot of the same stuff. And it's a ton of fun. If I can get down to the lobster stuff without any significant difficulties. Overkill, I know. No less than easy. Oi, uh-oh. Man, one unfortunate bleed buildup and I'd be dead. Alright, where was I? Oh, I was trying to get myself killed in stupid ways. All right. Boing. Is it this side? Boing. If I remember correctly, I hate lobsters. If I remember correctly, it is... Hold on. And I may not remember correctly. Let's just be clear. Ah. Oi. Oi. Alright, if I remember correctly, it's this right here. Yep, Moog Shackle. So this is where you get Moog Shackle, is right here. It's also where you get a Somber 7. Play with those guys. So that's where you get Moog Shackle. And that will make the fight easier. God, I love this item. Oi! Oh, I remember now. Oi. Spirit Caller snails are obnoxious. Boom. This is how we do it, do it. Man. All right. Let's do this. Does that even get him? Not really. Oi. Spell's gross. I need to be up higher. Bah. But I cannot easily get up higher. Oi. Alright. There's not much I can do from here. I can get lower, but I can't really get much higher. And there's no value in going lower, I think. Yeah, I gotta go a different way. Because I'm here. Yeah, I don't think so. I think not. All that. I don't have enough FP to... Alright, but... Am I good with these spells? Yeah, I'm good with these spells. But am I good with the... I'm good with the weapon. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. Oh, boy. If I can remember where to go. Oop. Those guys are mean. There we go. I never did the underground. Like, I'm post killed everything. So why not? Desperately needed a Somber Stone 6. Boy. Alright. Love it. Oi. So effective against the flowers. It's gross. Oh, he jumped to his death. That's funny. Any luck with getting that item? Aragat? Nope, this is dead end. There's nowhere to jump from here. I've been through this before. Oh, thank you, spectator. That guy's a bad guy. Oh, that dude. All right, let's see here. Let's do this. There it is. Another Omen Bairn. And that gets me here. Hey, Astralev. That works too. Now, let's see. I don't know if this is good or bad. Oh, I needed that. I need there's a couple of little infusions of stuff. pretty much need all of them in here. Just avoid some of the repetition. I have yellow. Yellow is probably how it's supposed to be pronounced. That would be my assumption. Alright, that's all dead end. Oh, let's get that one. Totally worth it. But oh, it's probably a whatchamacallit. So you're running through, some of these are the tubes that you run on top of in that other room. These actually are the things that flow through them. I don't think these are because they have the brick walls, but when you're in those, you'll hear the guys on the outside. And on very rare occasion, they will glitch right through the wall, which is super frustrating. Alright, that's dead end. Everything up to here is dead end. That's dead end. This sure as hell looks like it's all one big dead end. So we're gonna put this here and say that's a dead end. Alright, this is all a dead end here. This is clearly all a dead end here. Alright, so that's a dead end. I do this every time I come in here, because I cannot remember which is the right way to go. And that's all a dead end. Now we have two directions from here. We have this. I'm not sure if that's all a dead end. Is this where the drop down was? This is clearly a dead end. Okay. What's the point of this gate here if that doesn't go anywhere? That's dumb. And this... that's all a dead end, right? Boy, I still get lost. Yeah, this you need it. I think that is that the drop down. It's a drop down. Oh boy. Oh, the rats. Nightmares. Nope. Just that big rat. There it is. All right. circle that? I think I did. There's that rat. Jump there. Oh, I know where that is. I don't think I need to go down there. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm wrong. By the way, I get lost through these tunnels like crazy. Yeah, and by the way, the colored stones last forever. That's, well, they last until you camp and come back. There's still those 2 ways down there. Man. I am going to drop another colored stone here. I'm going to try and put it, like, up here. Oh, it's purple, too. That's cool. Oh, I haven't been this way. Oh. Oh, I know where I am. So that's an entrance right there. Yeah, see, there's a guy right there. Yeah. Ghostbusters. It's funny. Man. Yeah, the trick is, you're talking about the Moog that's down here. That's actually where I'm trying to get to. I just can't remember the path. That's what's messing me up. But if I remember this correctly, I may be about to show you guys something that you didn't know. Perhaps you did. I am now going to on purpose fall down. Oh, that's not where I wanted to fall down to. I thought I was going someplace else. Hey, Bob. I know where that is. Nah. There was one more spot that I was like, I can't, if I could get to the other side of that gate, it might help, but I can never remember how to get to these places. Remember, head back to the Grace, alright? Well, Grace is easy enough to get to. The depths. I'm trying to go down. That is the Grace. So someone else was trying to see Moog. So I was showing him where the shackle was, and then I never. So just to be clear, I've already cleared the game. This is like I came down here via the burnt city. And I'd never been down here before, so I'm just opening all the doors and everything. And I'm trying to remember where the path is to get to the deeper part. I got to the well area, but it's the upper well where you can't actually get all the way down. Yeah, I have the shackle. Shackle I've got. I showed that one. That's no problem. I always have trouble getting to the Frenzied Flame area. I never seem to be able to remember how to get there. I don't think that it's back in this thing over here. Maybe it is. Might be wrong. But I thought I went through here and it did not go where I wanted. Right, so I need to go way, way, way down there. And the problem is that this isn't, you can't get all the way down from here. There's another spot where you go back in. And I'm not remembering where that is. So that's what I'm getting stuck on. No, I know, okay, so I know how to get down to the next sort of step, right? I know this, go down here, right down there. This I know. But this just gets me back into the tubes that I was just in. I left that guy alone, he looks sad. Right? So this just gets me back into these tubes. And I was already here. Right? So this is the next place down. I got here. Hence all the corpses. But I'm pretty sure I cannot go down here, and I cannot go down over here. Right? That's lethal down there too. So I don't know... that got me back... You did it! Hey, nice job! Did the shackle help, I hope? Where there's a guy sitting? There's a guy sitting here. I'm pretty sure there's no way down. That's lethal. I did all that. So that's where I was. And again, it is possible that because I have failed to get there without assistance so many times, that I'm no longer, like, mentally capable of getting there any other way. So... go here. I swear I hit mute. I'm sorry. I did not just mean to blow eardrums. Why will it not let me go up the ladder? I kicked it down. That's really weird. Hey, congrats. Good job, Gat. Your little helper's gonna hate you, though. So done all this. Did all this. Right? And here. And there is the pipe that I jumped into. Which I thought it was down here, and... Oh, yeah. But you can undo, before you've actually done the ending, you can actually stop that ending. It is possible. Yep, rat's already dead. Alright, hold on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I got backstabbed by a slow mover. Oh, getting rid of the frenzy, you have to beat Millennia. That's actually a non-trivial... alright, this is it. I found it. I did have to do a drop. I'm an idiot. Now that the guy actually finished it and didn't need to see anything. Now we're here. Heck, okay. Bob. To accidentally inherit the Frenzied Flame, you kinda gotta do a lot of stuff. I mean, you can't just get it. You have to be naked. So in order to do it, you have to actually go through and take all of your gear off, or at least your armor off, and only then can you go get it. So I'm a little hesitant to believe that you accidentally got it. That's sort of like you accidentally, you know, ate cake. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This is actually going to be the first boss, because I never did this. This is going to be the first boss. Oh, man, I would have regretted having that as a summon. Who should I bring as my buddy? I could bring me. Dung Eater seems like he'd be pretty good revenge in here. If this doesn't work for some reason, I'll do Mimic. It's the heaviest armor. That's all. It's the... as far as armor goes, it's the one with the best defensive stats. That's it. When you have enough points, you can have... you can set your... endurance to, like, super high. Last playthrough, mine was 99. It's highest poise, but, I mean, you can actually get a poise that's even higher by exchanging one or two pieces out. There's a helm with more poise, for example. But when your poise is like 100, you're gonna last a good long time before you get knocked, or the boss is just colossally large and he'll do you no matter what happens. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, this. And this. This. Dung Eater just crit him. Oh, finally got an explosion off on this guy, maybe. Man, Dung Eater's doing all the work. This is the Moog in the tunnels, yeah. So you basically only deal with his first phase when you fight him in here. But Virtue's favor. All right. So here's what everybody needs to know. Thing number 1. There's a secret door. Thing number 2. There are many ways down. I'm pretty sure they're both real. Right? Because he's not all silvery, right? There are times when you fight a mob a second time in that form. Or you fight it for the first time in that form, and the second time you fight him for real. Don't kill the music players. Now let's see if I can't not screw this up. Okay. Oof. Okay. Go. And for those that want to know, there's the fingerprint shield. Right there. I'm actually not going to loot it so I can show other people. Now, this is a uniquely interesting floor because in almost all cases when you find a fake floor... Oh, never mind. Do you hear that sound it shattered? That's because the fall would normally kill you, but fake floor. Do you see how the thing went through the floor? Yeah, I just pointed out the fingerprint shield. Ooh. If you had done the Shabriri Grapes quest all the way through, she would be here. And one more thing. Fake wall. Lootable. But if you're persistent, another fake wall. And that will take you down to... Dun, dun, dun! Deeper depths. It's another way there. So you can actually get to this part of deep root depths pretty damn early, if you know what you're doing. Going down from here is just a pain, but you can. Anyway. And there it is. I've done all endings but Dung Eater. And that's a choice. I could easily have done the Dung Eater ending. It is an ugly... Just the very thought of it's gross. There's like evil and then there's like Dung Eater evil. There are absolutely a ton. Now, is she still here? Yeah, she's covering her face, though.
Such cruel. Oh, my poor sweet. As the first of the demigod, as a martyr to die. But why? A scion of the golden bough. How could...
So that's a hint. Lord Godwin
my poor sweet
should have died a true death.
scion of the golden
Sentenced
bough.
to live in death. How could such a thing come to be? So, it's a little hint that you end up seeing someone again. Yeah. They put a lot of care into it. I think it's pretty cool, actually. Anyway, so that was that. Anything else I should show someone before I do another game reset? The DLC is much harder, but the game cheated to make the DLC harder. Let me show. Forget tell, I will show. Okay, so look at the character right now. The red line is just above the center where the E is, right? So up in the middle, up there, oh, my finger's gonna disappear. Right, so up here, this is about in line with that, right? Okay, so if I go into the DLC on this character, go to the 3-path cross, see again, it's just in line. Just about with there, right? Okay. Fret not, I'm just loading in a different tune that has not actually done the DLC yet. DLC is worth every penny, by the way. Full price, DLC is worth it. Alright, so this character has not done the DLC. Ever. I'll verify that in a moment, but I'm certain this character has not done the DLC. Okay, so if I go to Shadow Realm Blessing, I have 1 Shadow Tree and 0 Revered Spirit Ash, but it's the Shadow Tree is the one that I'm actually going to be showing, right? So, look... Here is the edge of the compass, right about here. My health is just about in line with the edge of the compass. Yeah? More importantly, 1450. $14.50, just about in line with the compass. So all I'm doing is teleporting to the old game. Is about to make me look like a fool. It's still $14.50. It's cheating now. So, That's not expected. You are... What you have is a major debuff. I'm not really sure why that didn't do what I expected, so that happens. When you're in the DLC, you are much weaker. I thought that it was reflected in the actual stats that it shows you. I apparently was wrong, because it's still 1450. 235, 161... I did. I was just trying to show the actual numbers lining up, and they don't in a way that I would expect. So that's why I was like, uh-oh. Well, I just explained the more generic thing, that you're just weaker. I thought that it actually reflected in the numbers themselves, but it would appear not. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It must be a background debuff. But basically, as you increase your Shadow Tree and your Revered Spirit Ash blessings up to 20 and 10 respectively, you get back what you should have had all along. So it's something like that. So if you notice, my stats are a different color. It does, but that one I can explain. That one is on your bar, 100%. So if you look at these stat colors, and then I go... Where is it? Doesn't matter. Go to the catacombs. Just someplace. Notice now, they're not special color, because they're normal. So as you get those back, they actually improve your stats. So when you go to the DLC, maybe the DLC, it just buffs you when you get those, but it makes your spirit ashes more powerful and everything else. So the DLC fights are also significantly more difficult, and there are better items. So the Rhea debuff appears on your bar. It's here. And the cause, which I can show you, I just need a low-level tune, one that's low enough that has not gotten the hug. Or Fia. Rhea. Fia. Alright, so round table hold. Alright. I don't think I've gotten, quote, the hug. So when she hugs you...
Greetings, great. I am great. Perhaps you doing so. And you, do you think it where I come? Ah.
There are incantations that are locked behind her questline that you cannot get without doing her questline. You have to be able to summon the Lich Dragon. So, notice this right here. That's the debuff. It's actually, you can see it on your screen. And what you get is this item.
What you felt light up in, so it is. Come back to me. I will take...
Let go! Come on. Alright, so... That's not what I wanted. Status. So you have this effect, which I thought there's a screen for that, I thought. Thought there was a way to see what effects are on you, but this is the effect. And to get rid of it, you have to use the item. You can literally go the entire game with that item in your inventory with this negative effect. But now, you get that positive effect. 673... there. And see, when the first one wore off, the second one wore off. Or when the second one wore off, the first one wore off. So now I don't have the effect, and I don't have the debuff. 673, 709. So it knocked my health down to here, and in response, it was a little like 5% drop or something. In response of that, you gain... I forget, poise or something. You get one of the buffs. It says it on the item. I think it gives you an unclear explanation of what you get. Oh, and I really don't want to be using that whip. Broadsword. So, yeah. Anyway, I got some real life stuff that I have to take care of at this point. Thank you for sticking around. Likes and follows are always appreciated, and I will see you guys next time I stream. I've had a lot of real life stuff I got to take care of, so I haven't had as much time to stream as I like. But that's what happens. And as always, I'll probably have a late night session, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, be awesome, everybody, and I will see y'all later.